What's better than one Johnson? Two.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. All kidding aside, we got some news that broke a little while ago, and I wanted to give my 2 cents, but also get your 2 cents on the San Antonio Spurs signing Alize Johnson, who played in 4 preseason games with us, but also in the process to make roster limits, waiving once a Spur, always a Spur, Jordan Hall. Drop a comment down below. Do you remember anything about Alize Johnson in the preseason? Because honestly, I don't. Was he good? Was he bad? Is he in the middle? Is this a prospect you're excited about being on the team and on the roster? I really don't know much about him. Hit that thumbs up if you'd like to support the channel and subscribe for more Spurs content. Let's get into the article. Alize Johnson, who are you and what do you do? By the way, is that me or did he just look freaking crazy jacked in the thumbnail? I saw that picture. I was like, dude, wherever you're going to work out, I need to sign up for that. Anyway, Alize Johnson. San Antonio Spurs on Tuesday announced they have signed forward Alize Johnson and have waived little-used guard Jordan Hall. This move's come after first-round draft pick Jeremy You Don't Mess With the Sohan left Saturday's game against the Los Angeles Lakers in the second quarter due to an undisclosed injury. It does appear to be a leg injury. Also starting center Jakob Poeltl also sustained an ankle injury on a dunk, of course. I'm always picking on him for dunking. That being said, Spurs fans, we're hurting on the front line right now. I'm seeing Jakob Poeltl is not expected to play tomorrow night against OKC. Jeremy Sohan, same boat. KBDDDD also was injured recently within the last week, and I believe he's out. So we're really our depth at power forward, at point guard as well, really hurting right now. So those of you that are in the tank mode and wanting the team to lose, this is a perfect storm, perfect recipe for disaster, if you will, or in your woo, if you will. But having a young team that's trying to find their way and then being hit with one injury after another. So there's a constant rotation of starters and bench players, and then you have, of course, the nonsense with losing a player because of stuff off the court. It's a roster that's been kind of in turmoil. And what I mean by roster is just like the lineups. I mean, I've been critical of the team not playing over November. We won one game in November, and I don't want to say critical, but I've pointed out. I can't ignore the fact I'm a Spurs content creator. I can't sit here and say we're having a great November when we won one freaking game. But that being said, the team's also had a lot of growing pains, a lot of injuries to deal with, and this is just really like 96, 97, if you will, Spurs fans. The perfect storm of everything just kind of lining up and things happening that's causing us to lose games. I'm going to keep rooting for the team. I'm going to hope they win. But man, being down Jakob and Jeremy tomorrow night, not going to help our chances. Maybe Keldon and Devin have the games of their career, which would be fantastic. I'll be live for the game tomorrow night. That being said, let's get into the article. Alize Johnson played in 4 of the year's preseason games for San Antonio and has started in 6 games with the Austin Spurs after joining the team on October 15th. A 6'7" second-round draft pick released by the Indiana Pacers out of Missouri State. Johnson has averaged 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists in 34 minutes per game for Austin this season. Okay, great. So he's doing extremely well with the Austin Spurs in G League. That to me, I like to see that, but also we have seen a lot of players, Luka Samanic, Devontae Cacok, who just killed it in the G League, and then when it was time to perform with the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA, that G League game just did not translate to the hardwood. Will it for Alize Johnson? I hope so. I'm wishing him well. If he ends up starting, which I don't think he will, Spurs fans, I got to think we're going to go with last year's starter at power forward, Guy McDermott. While I don't like him at that position, when I look at our options with KBD out, with Jeremy Sohan out, I think they're both out, likely out, I'd rather go with the vet. I can't imagine they're just going to stick Alize Johnson in there next to Keldon Johnson and say, go get him, kid. Then again, this has been a Spurs team that has done the unexpected a lot this season, so maybe they will. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow night. Also in the story, Jordan Hall, once a Spur, always a Spur. Thank you for his service. After his call up to San Antonio, he appeared in just 9 games, and it was usually garbage time for the Spurs, averaging 3.1 points per game and 1.3 rebounds in only 9 minutes a game. This roster move keeps the team at the maximum number of 17 allotted players. And that's it. I wanted to do a short video about this. I wanted to talk to you guys about it. For those of you that maybe have followed Alize Johnson's career, do you like this move? I think some of you were rooting for him to get more playing time in the preseason, but I really don't remember what he did, if there were any positives, negatives, anything that really stood out during that preseason. So hopefully he shows me something. Maybe he gets some playing time tomorrow night. I fully expect him to come off the bench if he does get playing time. But man, when you look at our roster, that starting lineup is going to be shuffled again tomorrow versus OKC. Keldon, Devin, Trey, locks to start. Good. Center, probably Zach Collins, backing him up. The hot hand, maybe Charles Bassey, Gorgie Zhang. If Bassey's out there, I think Pop might roll with Bassey first to back up Zach Collins. But if he's out there in a foul fest and just hacking everybody or turning the ball over or both, Pop's probably going to yank him for Gorgie Zhang. And then Zhang, which he is a veteran, one of the few veterans on this team, at least gives us a little bit better 3-point shooting and maybe just a little more, obviously a lot more experience on the court. And then the power forward rotation. Will it be Doug and Alize Johnson? Doug up first, and then Johnson, who hasn't played with this San Antonio Spurs roster since the preseason, he's just going to be thrown to the fire, out of the fire, into the frying pan, out of the frying pan, into the fire. I don't know. Whatever happens tomorrow night, I'll be rooting for our guys. I'm going to be rooting for a very healthy and speedy return for Jeremy Sohan and Jakob Poeltl, and wish the best. Hey, it's going to be a tough year, guys. I said at the beginning of the season, 25 wins. The injuries now are mounting up, and this is a chance. You know what? Silver lining. This is going to give other guys a chance to shine. Zach Collins, you're going to get the opportunity to start. Somebody else is going to pick up these minutes. And if you are a player like Alize Johnson, who has gotten limited or no playing time, or coming from the G League, this is your chance to say, "Hey, I'm the guy." This is a chance for Isaiah Roby. I actually forgot about Isaiah Roby. Maybe we start him at power. Maybe we start him at power forward. Didn't even think about that. Maybe we start Zach Collins and Isaiah Roby. Collins at center, Roby at power forward, and kind of just like they play, kind of hybrid 4 and 5 on both sides. Whoever's there is there, so to speak. Like they kind of rotate on the center defense, and then we could have Doug come off the bench and maybe back up power forward, and then Charles Bassey, and then maybe. So now I'm not talking about this. Now Alize Johnson might never get any minutes. Dang, sorry, Alize. I didn't mean to like bring it down at the end of the video, but I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about Isaiah Roby. So while we got KBD out and we got Jeremy Sohan out, it's Isaiah Roby. Maybe he can play power forward. He's been finding his way a little bit lately, but playing much better. Finding a spot in the rotation, if you will, getting about 15 minutes per game. So maybe Isaiah Roby can step up and be that player that we thought he could be when we took him off waivers. Because I was very excited, Spurs fans, when we grabbed him. And he didn't quite mesh with the team at the start of the season, but he's been playing much better. So maybe he'll get the starting nod tomorrow night. And that's, you got to take advantage of opportunities like this. This is the silver lining. You're getting a player into the starting lineup that normally doesn't start. Maybe he shows us something that he hasn't been able to show us all year as a starter. And next thing you know, we're going, wow, okay, we got a legit, solid 1-2 punch of who are starting at power forward at Jeremy Sohan and Isaiah Roby. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm rambling. This was supposed to be a short video. Now it's over 8 minutes because I just started thinking about Isaiah Roby. I'm like, well, yeah, you can play. But Isaiah, if you're still here, thank you for tuning in. And that's all I got. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. And as always, go Spurs, go!